They want a Canadian experience, but no one wants to give our first chance. Like, how are we supposed to get our first Canadian experience, our first job, if no one wants to hire us without it? Unfortunately, this is something that most of the newcomers are struggling with in these days, and honestly, it does not make sense. Hi everyone! If you are new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Atena. I moved to Canada about 3 years ago, and like many other people, I've got a struggle with this situation in that, and I like many other newcomers, I've been through that exact situation. That's why I'm making this video. And honestly, I think this is something that needs to talk about it and just be more clear and clarifying about it. And yeah, when I first started applying for my first job about like 3 years ago, the first phrase that I've seen everywhere in all of the advertisement in Indeed, LinkedIn, it was like 2 years required of experience in whatever that you need to work on that. So I applied anyway, and I've got a lots of interviews. Everything went well for me. Like, for example, they like me, I like them, I wanted to work for them. But the moment they ask about my experience, I've said, yeah, for example, I've got 2 years of work experience back to my country, like in construction coordinator, for example. And guess what they say? Oh no, that this is not the 2 years of Canadian experience that we need. And I just stood there like, okay, how am I supposed to get our first Canadian experience if nobody give me any chance, any shot that I can just prove myself, I can just show my experiences, my passion about it? And is this some kind of loop that we are struggling with that? We are just talking and just going through and nothing has happened. You can find your job. I actually asked one of the recruiters directly how we can get our first Canadian experience without having this chance. Just nothing, just silence. And the truth is, unfortunately, there is a lots of skilled people, a lots of newcomer that they have their needed education that is still they're stuck with this. And honestly, we have the skill, we have all education, and the motivation and the passion. That's the reason we just immigrated here. But we don't have a magical Canadian experience that everyone asks us to have it. And just let's be honest for a second. Everyone's experience has to start it from somewhere, and I think it's better someone needs to willing to give us the newcomers first experience. Yeah, someone needs to do that. So if you've ever felt frustrated about this, definitely you're not alone. And unfortunately or fortunately, this is a reality for all of us. And I truly believe talk about it openly and in clear way is the first step to change it. And if this hits home for you, just leave me a comment and just tell me about your story. It might help everyone. Also, I would be happy to hear about it and how did you deal with this situation? How did you overcome? And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe. We are building a real community of people who support each other through this journey. Also, thank you so much for watching me and spending a few minutes with me in this video, and thank you for your support. I will see you in next video, and take care and be strong.